So Lake Havasu City was an interesting place to go to. You had to want to get here because you couldn't go through. Nothing going south. For a lot of reasons. Starting life over from a divorce or from a bankruptcy, or just wanting to have a new life. And Havasu was built on a dream. And that dream was initiated by Bob McCulloch and C.V. Woods. The dream of what could be in the future. And that's the only reason anybody ever came to Havasu, was that dream, because they bought into the dream, they believed in it. And I think most of us were right.
Good morning, yesterday. You wake up and time has slipped away, and suddenly it's hard to find the memories you left behind. Remember, do you remember the laughter and the tears, the shadows of misty yesteryears, the good times and the bad you've seen, and all the others in between? Remember, do you remember the times of your life? Do you remember? Reach back for the joy and the sorrow, put them away in your mind, for memories are time that you borrow to spend when you get to tomorrow. Here comes the setting sun. The seasons are passing one by one, so gather moments while you may collect the dreams you dreamed today. Remember, will you remember the times of your life? Gather moments while you may collect the dreams you dreamed today. Remember, will you remember the times of your life? Of your life. Of your life. Do you remember, baby? Do you remember the times of your life?
Thank you for being a friend. Travel down a road and back again. Your heart is true, you're a pal and a confidant. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way. My hat is off, won't you stand up and take a bow? And if you threw a party, invited everyone you knew, well, you would see the biggest gift would be for me, and the card attached would say, thank you for being a friend. car you lack. I'd surely buy you a Cadillac. Whatever you need, any time of the day or night. I'm not ashamed to say, I hope it always will stay this way. My hat is off, won't you stand up and take a bow? And when we both get older, with walking canes and hair of gray, have no fear, even though it's hard to hear, I will stand real close and say thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend. I wanna thank you. Thank you for being a friend.
Cause I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. And I'm not big on social graces. Think I'll slip on down to the oasis. So I got friends in low places.
When I became president of a Rotary Club, it was the first time the club ever had to buy a sound system so people could hear me talk. And that kind of set the tone for my speaking from that point forward. You know how time compresses as you get older? Things kind of wrap together. Trying to put dates to things I found was a very difficult situation to do. Gary already covered part of my background, but I wanted to add one more item. Lake Havasu City back in 69, 70 was a one-way in stop. There was no road going south because they hadn't built the Bill Williams Bridge. So if you're coming to Lake Havasu City back then, you had to travel over an old highway. And I think what they'd done when they built the highway coming into Havasu, they had taken a bulldozer, ran it over the hills, through the washes. They hadn't graded anything level. And then they just had a truck laying pavement behind that bulldozer. It was quite a ride coming into Lake Havasu City. Any of you who were here back then can remember every time you took that road, it was a bit interesting. You'd come up, go over a wash, you'd come up to the top of a hill, and suddenly there was no road in front of you because the road turned at the top of the hill. You got here. You got to remember, McCulloch was selling land, and they had bulldozed off all of the vegetation that was previously there to set up land for sale. And you could come out the Nautical Inn and look back at Lake Havasu City, and the only green spot was that golf course for 9 holes. They got the other 9 holes open, I don't know, a few years after I got here. I can always remember my year as president of the Rotary Club because I had 3 things that happened that year. My first child was born, I became a father. I became a president of Mojave State Bank, and I was president of the Rotary Club. And it made for a very interesting year, I'll guarantee you that.
I will tell you, for those of you that don't know, Bob's legacy of leadership is really, really deep in this town. You'll never hear the things that he's done over and over again out of the goodness of his heart and caring for the town. So thank you, Bob.
You can dance, every dance with the guy who gives you the eye, let him hold you tight. You can smile, every smile for the man who held your hand neath the pale moonlight. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, save the last dance for me. Oh, I know that the music's fine, like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun. Laugh and sing. But while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I will never, never let you go. I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. If he asks, if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. 'Cause don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me. Don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me. Say the last dance for me.